Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for your forecast for February 18th through the 24th. Now, we're kicking off this week with a full moon, and I'll go over how it's going to be affecting different ones of us. This video will be focusing on obviously the full moon energy, finances, spiritual growth, family situations, personal development. The love readings I'm doing in a separate video. So you can click on the link in the description to go to the love readings. There will be a mid-month love update in a couple of days, in a day or two. So if you hit subscribe and notification, you'll get a notice when that video is up. But we're going to see what is happening with our Taurus friends for the week ahead. Okay. We've got our Monday, Tuesday. Our Wednesday, Thursday. And our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, guys, so I'm going to do a angel message, soul homework card from a different deck after we look at these. But first and foremost here, you have false person, Taurus. You have false person coming up in your Monday, Tuesday. So this is going to apply in different ways for different ones of you. For some of you, this is going to be about love life. But like I said, I'm not focusing specifically on love in this reading. Because we're coming up in the Virgo full moon in the beginning of the week, I feel very strongly, Taurus, that for many of you, what this is about changing a pattern in your life, because that that Virgo full moon is helping us get organized and taking action steps towards being a success. So in some way you may have felt like your life is not true to that which you desire, or it's falling short in some way. Maybe for some of you, love life is your focus, and maybe some of you are feeling like, why do I keep attracting these fakers or these people who pretend to be something that they're not? But what is coming here for a lot of you is you're realizing there's ways in which you have not been living authentically. That doesn't mean that you're a faker. That doesn't mean that you're a liar. What it does mean is you have been living in a way to, satisfy the expectations of others. And so it happens. It's a very common cycle that many people fall into. It's like, being a young kid and you're like, well, I want to be... I want to be an actor when I grow up, or whatever it might be, and your parent might be like, oh, well, there's no way because you're going to be a doctor, or you're going to go to law school, or whatever it might be. And then so we're doing the things to please our parents, or to please other people, or to do what we feel like we need to do for other people to like us or to approve of us in some way. So Taurus, a lot of you are finding ways in which you've been living your life to gain the approval of others, and you don't want to do it anymore. You're seeing ways in which you have not been authentic, or which you have been faking, and you're realizing that this is the reason why you've been having other unauthentic people come into your life who are presenting one way when they're not really that way. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're a liar. It doesn't mean that you're a cheater. It doesn't mean that you're a fake person. It just means you haven't been living in your personal truth for whatever reason, and so you've been around other people who also have not been living their personal truth, and you don't want to do it anymore. Some of you, your intuition is really being increased at this time, and your gut is telling you not to believe or not to trust a certain person. And so this is a time where the full moon is coming in and giving you an opportunity to release, to let go of negative energy, to let go of negative or toxic connections. Your midweek for Wednesday, Thursday is main female. Okay, so this is very interesting. This card's come up for a lot of the other signs. So I do feel a lot of this is going to have to do about embracing the feminine energy. The full moon is a feminine frequency after all, or the moon is associated with femininity. So some of you are coming into what it means to be a woman, or what it means to appreciate the feminine divine or the feminine energy. So if you are female or identify as a female, you might be restructuring your identity as a female or as a woman. If you are someone who dates women or who is interested in women romantically, you might be restructuring your idea of what you're looking for or what a good woman is, as opposed to maybe what you've chased after in the past. Maybe you've really been caught up with that falseness and that fakeness and that artificialness, and you're over it. For a lot of you, though, this is having to do with ideas. Because like I said, we are on that full moon in Virgo, and we're coming up with ways in which we're wanting to create. And that energy of Virgo is going to be an energy of action, planning, organizing, doing. And as you're coming into that energy, a lot of you are getting the feminine energy balanced, and you're also coming into creativity and understanding and compassion and gentleness. And just that creativity. So you're blending the two, which is really giving you a chance to be a very powerful, like, powerhouse at this time, Taurus. You are accessing very powerful energy this week, and you can make a lot of really wonderful, powerful things happen. And as you're focusing on these goals, and as you're going into these ways of improving your life, you will benefit and have healthier relationships, which will translate into healthier love life. But I'm not focusing on love life here in this reading. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is journey. So some of you are preparing to do something in terms of go on a trip. I feel some of you might be contemplating a very big move, not just moving house, not just moving cities. You might be thinking of getting a fresh start somewhere else, or getting away from a person. You may be preparing to sell a property or sell a business, or just like kind of really simplify your life and just get ready to go somewhere and like replant yourself somewhere else and get a fresh start, get a new start. For other ones of you, this journey is going to be very much on a soul level, okay? Because one of the things that's happening with this Virgo full moon is, even though it's getting us into action and planning and order and organization, it can also make us very critical of ourselves, because Virgos are very good at nitpicking what is wrong with a situation. So for some of you, you might really start picking yourself apart, and you might really start putting yourself down. And so there might need to be some healing, especially as you're coming into the end of the week. So some of you may be doing like shamanic journeying. You may be going to an energy healer or to a shaman. You may be doing journeying. You may be looking up or finding like soul retrieval meditations that you're going to do yourself at home, or do like past life recognition or remembering past life type meditations or things like that. Some of you are journeying into the spiritual plane, into healing certain aspects of yourself, so that you can end certain cycles that you felt you've been repeating for a long time, because you're wanting that fresh start. You're not wanting to do the mistakes over again. So you're coming into this time of completion. You're coming into this time of clearing out that energy. That's the one beautiful thing about the full moon in general, regardless of which sign the full moon is in. Full moon is always an excellent sign for releasing karma, releasing lessons, releasing pains, releasing resentments, and just being able to clear our energy. It's a very cleansing time. And I am going to be doing a full moon meditation and a full moon, like how to cleanse yourself type video in the next day or two. So if you subscribe and hit notification, you'll be able to watch that and do it yourself at home too. It'll be a very powerful, very refreshing, very renewing process for some of you, or for many of you actually. So let's check out our angel message here. And at the end of the video, I will tell you about the sale I'm having on psychic readings this coming week. And I'll go over the nail polish, because every week you guys ask me about the nail polish. So I will go over the nail polishes with you at the end of the video as well. Alright, my dears. Strength. So these changes that you're making are going to require you to stay strong and to stay committed, Okay, it can be scary, especially since a lot of you are making decisions that are taking you out of your comfort zone. And it's very easy to feel afraid, or to feel alone, or to feel vulnerable, or to feel like, oh, but I can't do it. And this card is reminding you that you are strong enough to do this, that you can do this, that you can succeed at this, right? And the things that maybe before you deemed as weaknesses aren't weaknesses. They're actually strengths. And you are strong enough to get through this transition. You are strong enough to make these changes. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are approaching a complete and total rebirth, or you're giving birth to something very new in your life. And it could be like being very afraid to, go into labor. You might be terrified to go into labor, but at the end of it, you have something very beautiful. You have a very beautiful gift. And so this is similar. It might not be easy, but as you go through it, it will be worth it. The end result will be worth it, my dears. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, because it's going to give you more information. It's going to give you more clues as to how these things are applying to you personally. This brings me to those of you who would like a private reading. I am having a special to celebrate. I cannot say who, it's confidential, but I had a celebrity book a private reading with me, and I'm super excited about it. And so to say thank you for this experience, I'm doing something kind for others, because that is my belief. When we are blessed with something, it's good to bless or do something nice for someone else. So my 30-minute readings and my 60-minute readings are going to be half off. My assistant will change the price in the Calendly system sometime Saturday, and you can book for half off the 30-minute readings and the 60-minute readings. There'll be more details in the description of this video for the exact pricing, how the half off, what it'll come out to. And I just want to say, guys, please don't get discouraged, because in the past, when I've had the half off sale, there have been times where the calendar has booked up super fast. So if that happens again, depending on, when you book, you might have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for your reading. It's different, so I'm psychic, but I'm not that psychic. I don't know how that's going to pan out, and it's hard for me to read for myself anyway. So if your reading is 2 or 3 weeks out, please don't be discouraged. I thank you for your patience. As long as you book within the 18th to the 24th, even if you've got to wait a couple weeks for your reading, as long as you book in that window, you'll still have the discounted price. Okay, my dears? Those of you who want to know about the nail polishes, first one here is O.P.I, and they're ridiculous names. I'm just warning you now. Getting Nadi on my honeymoon. ESSIE, and this one is To Have and To Gold. And then this one is Morgan Taylor, and it is Time to Shine. I did not try to get a wedding theme nail polish at all. I just saw this online and I loved the colors and I wanted to do it, so I went to the beauty supply store near my house and I just picked out the colors that were closest, and they happened to have crazy wedding names, but I was not trying to get that theme going by any means. As always, my dears, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I love you more than I can say. I'm very thankful for you being here, and I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm wishing you a happy full moon. Till next week, my dear.